The final issue we want to deal with in this series of videos on pure competition concerns the efficiency implications of a purely competitive equilibrium. The concept of economic efficiencies was described in the essay entitled Market Efficiencies in the course content, lecture notes section of the course website on Blackboard. In this essay, we described 3 types of economic efficiencies. You may want to reread that essay as a refresher. The first type of economic efficiency we discussed was allocative efficiency. The second type was productive or technical efficiency. And the third type was distributive efficiency. Let's start with allocative efficiency. Allocative efficiency refers to the allocation of resources. When resources are allocated efficiently, just the right amount of needed resources are guided into each industry. Not too much, not too little. No industry is starving for a resource while another industry is drowning in that resource. The productive capabilities of the industry that was starving for a particular resource would be limited by that shortage, resulting in an artificial scarcity of that good or service. The industry that was drowning in that resource would squander, underutilize, and otherwise misuse the resource. Both of these outcomes would result in the industries not making the best use of society's scarce resources. One reason that market economies have a higher standard of living than command economies is that market economies do a much better job of allocating resources. You'll see in just a moment that in a purely competitive industry, resources are allocated in the most efficient way. You'll remember from the previous video that here is the equilibrium for a purely competitive firm. It is maximizing profits by producing where MR equals MC. It is in equilibrium because this firm, and all the other firms in the industry, are making zero economic profits. That is, the accounting profit being earned by each entrepreneur is equal to his next best opportunity. No entrepreneur has an incentive to either enter or exit the industry. Notice the relationship between the market price of the product and its marginal cost in equilibrium. The two are equal. What is the significance of marginal cost being equal to price at equilibrium? Think of it this way. The price that consumers are willing to pay for an item represents the value that society places on an additional unit of the item. Marginal costs, on the other hand, indicates the value that society places on the best alternative product that could have been produced with those same resources. If price were greater than marginal cost, society would be saying, we value the production of additional units of this product more than we do additional units of the alternative. Keep producing this product. But, as more units are produced, the society becomes increasingly satiated with this product, and diminishing marginal utility sets in, causing the demand for the product, and thus its price to go down. But also, as more units are produced, the marginal cost of producing it will go up. Remember the law of increasing marginal costs? At what point should society stop producing this product and start producing the alternative product? When its price no longer exceeds its marginal cost. At what point does price no longer exceed marginal cost? When they are equal. If the marginal cost of this product exceeded its price, society would be saying, we value the alternative product more than we do this good. Produce less of this one and more of the other one. Once that start happening, just the opposite process would set in. Society would become more satiated with the alternative product, causing the marginal cost of this product to fall. In addition, as this product became more scarce, its price would rise. Society would continue to want the alternative product more than this one, as long as the marginal cost of this product exceeded its price. But, with the marginal cost of this product falling, and the price rising, at some point, marginal cost will no longer exceed price. That's when the two are equal. If price is equal to marginal cost, society is saying, we are equally satiated with both this product and its alternative. Neither industry is producing too much or too little. Thus, a price mechanism has guided just the right amount of resources into each industry. Allocative efficiency has been achieved. The second type of economic efficiency we want to investigate is productive, or sometimes called technical efficiency. Productive efficiency occurs when all the firms in the industry wring every ounce of productivity out of their resources. If resources are more productive, fewer resources will be needed to produce a given level of output, thus reducing the average or per unit cost of production. If resources are used most efficiently, average cost of production will be minimized. Productive efficiency occurs when all the firms in the industry wring every ounce of productivity out of their resources. If resources are more productive, fewer resources will be needed to produce a given level of output, thus reducing the average or per unit cost of production. If resources are used most efficiently, average cost of production will be minimized. Look at where this firm is operating on its average total cost curve when it is in equilibrium. As you can see, ATC is minimized. Remember, output will occur where price is equal to marginal cost. And the marginal cost curve intersects the ATC curve at its lowest point. Productive efficiency has been achieved. The third type of economic efficiency we want to consider is distributive efficiency. Distributive efficiency occurs when individuals receive an income that is equal to his productive contribution to society. This is efficient because, assuming everyone wants to maximize his income, each person will be motivated to make the greatest productive contribution to society as possible. You want more income? Make a more valuable productive contribution to society. If an individual were overpaid, for example, he might only wish to work 4 days a week or 6 hours a day or 6 months a year. Or, if an individual were underpaid, he would become frustrated and resentful and be reluctant to be as productive as possible. When your income is disconnected from your productivity, a good day for you would be based upon how much work you were able to avoid. When your income is directly linked to your productivity, a good day for you would be determined by how much you accomplished. You can see why this method of distributing income is efficient. We have to be careful though. Notice that nobody is saying that this is the absolute best distribution of income. Although efficient, it would mean that those who don't, for some reason, make a productive contribution to the society, get no income. If someone chose not to make a productive contribution to society, and understood the ramifications, that is, no income, I would say that it is their right. However, if people can't make a productive contribution because they are disabled, too old or too young, we wouldn't want them to have no income. So, we, as a society, choose to have the government, primarily through the tax system, redistribute income from those who do make a productive contribution, to those who don't. The problem with this, however, is an inconvenient economic principle. When you tax something you get less of it, and when you subsidize something you get more of it. Less productive behavior and more non-productive behavior would cause the standard of living in the society to go down. Society is therefore faced with the following question. To what degree should we sacrifice our standard of living in order to make incomes more equal? There is no right or wrong answer to this question. We can't send the economists to the computers to come up with the best answer. The answer to this question is decided through the political system. But, almost everyone votes against zero redistribution of income. So, as efficient as it may be, the distribution of income determined by the competitive market is, as virtually everybody agrees, not the best. With that in mind, let's see how efficiently the purely competitive market in equilibrium rewards the entrepreneur. Recall that in equilibrium, all economic profits are competed away by other firms entering the industry. The result is that the entrepreneur makes no economic profits. But this means that his accounting profits are equal to his best foregone opportunity. Presumably, His next best opportunity is determined by the value of his productive contribution to society. At equilibrium then, the entrepreneur is earning normal profits, the amount at which the market assesses the value of his potential contribution to society, based upon the market value of his productive efforts at his next best opportunity. If he were making economic profits, he'd be overpaid. If he were making economic losses, although he may still be receiving an income, he would be underpaid. To summarize then, allocative efficiency, the effectiveness by which society's scarce resources are allocated among industries, is achieved in purely competitive markets because price equals marginal cost at equilibrium. Productive or technical efficiency is achieved because purely competitive firms minimize the per unit cost of production, at equilibrium. An entrepreneur who doesn't, will find it more lucrative to leave the industry and earn an income at his next best opportunity. His production costs will be too high to make his firm viable. And finally, distributive efficiency is achieved in a purely competitive market because economic profits are zero, at equilibrium. The entrepreneur receives an income that is equal to his best foregone opportunity, which is the market's evaluation of the value of his potential productive contribution to society.